The climax of Karen's obsession came when her child demanded my motorcycle, an audacious claim made while I was in the midst of a briefing with the state legal authority regarding ongoing HOA harassment. Her sense of entitlement seemed boundless, and she assumed that her personal demands could override law, property rights, and the preparations I had put in place. What she did not anticipate was that her audacity would be met with calm, decisive, and lawful action, turning her reckless demands into yet another public demonstration of failure. The day began with me reviewing critical legal strategies with the state legal leader. Every document, evidence packet, and surveillance log was meticulously organized to counter the HOA's repeated attempts at harassment. Suddenly, Karen's child approached, demanding that the motorcycle, lawfully owned and fully documented, be handed over immediately. Karen, nearby, quickly dialed the police to assert pressure, claiming that the demand was justified and that I was resisting a legitimate request. From the moment the call was made, I remained calm and methodical. Surveillance cameras had already captured the interaction, recording the demand, the presence of the state legal authority, and the lack of any legal basis for the claim. Every detail was time-stamped and documented, ensuring that the audacity of the demand would be met with incontrovertible evidence. I calmly explained to both the child and the police that the motorcycle was my personal property, fully registered and legally owned, and that no HOA rule, directive, or demand could override that ownership. The presence of the state legal leader, who could verify the legitimacy of my position, immediately neutralized any attempt to coerce compliance. Karen, realizing her plan had failed, attempted to escalate verbally, insisting that the police enforce her child's demand. However, the officers on site, pre-briefed and observing the evidence, quickly recognized the absurdity of the claim. Any attempt to act on it would constitute illegal interference with private property. The police explained clearly that no enforcement action was required, and that the matter itself was a blatant example of harassment and entitlement. Throughout the confrontation, I remained composed, calmly documenting every interaction while maintaining control over the property and the briefing. Karen's child eventually retreated, confused and frustrated, while Karen's audacity was fully exposed as irrational and baseless. The incident further cemented the pattern of her repeated failures. Audacity and entitlement cannot succeed when confronted with preparation, legal authority, and strategic foresight. Neighbors, observers, and law enforcement all witnessed the collapse of Karen's plan. The motorcycle remained fully secure, the property and legal briefing uninterrupted, and Karen's credibility utterly destroyed. Once again, preparation, documentation, and calm execution neutralized aggression and audacity, leaving her exposed, humiliated, and legally vulnerable. By the end of the day, the property was secure, the motorcycle remained untouched, and the pattern of HOA harassment was fully documented for future proceedings. Karen's obsession had reached its peak and met its ultimate counter: lawful authority, strategic preparation, and calm, decisive action. Every audacious attempt she made had been neutralized, proving conclusively that entitlement and aggression are powerless against foresight, law, and meticulous strategy. This final confrontation left no doubt. Preparation, legal authority, and calm execution will always triumph over audacity, entitlement, and reckless aggression. Karen's obsession had failed spectacularly, and my property, family, and peace of mind remained fully protected, ending this long saga of audacity versus law with a decisive and unassailable victory.